Hello there, Tube You, and Paul Murphy, and I'm now starting reading. This is the first clip from my book, The Private Diary of Emily Jade Murphy, age 0. And the reason there's two is because there's two different covers, and just as for trivia, that's what the original cover looked like, and this is the published cover. So, brief recap since this is video 1 of these ones. So it's the, the first 6 months in the life of the world's most intelligent, lateral thinking and sarcastic baby. So as we start, I've missed out the first 2 pages, so baby is in utero and things are starting to happen. I'm talking to the baby here. I don't quite know what happened after that. I remember hearing the screaming voice suddenly saying, "Ah, wubbly epidural." And then my head started spinning. I could see red fish clouds and a green sky, and I had a sudden urge to listen to a Pink Floyd record. I'm stoned, man. I must have dozed off for a while then. When I came to, I was right at the bottom of whatever it is that I was in the middle of. I could see daylight shining through this tiny little hole, and I could hear a soft voice saying, "Push harder, Mrs. Murphy, push harder." I thought, what, is the poor woman out there rolling the lawn? At this point, I decide to have a look at just what's going on out there, when suddenly this eye appears at the hole and peeks in. Bloody cheek, I might have been naked. "The head's in position," says the soft voice, "just like at the conception," chortles the husband voice. "Pig again," says the lady voice. "Jessica, does death by midwife count as justifiable homicide?" "You'd be surprised how many times I get asked that," said the soft voice, now identified as midwife. Presume this title means her husband will later ditch her and marry for a 3rd time, poor dear." Nope, I thought, I'm never going out there. Famous last words. No sooner have I said them than there's an almighty bloody earthquake. The little hole opens up like someone has gel ignited it. I'm shot out of it like a cannonball before I've even had time to leave a none today note for the milkman. Some woman in blue catches me and some bloke in the corner faints. Blimey, I wish I'd stayed in bed this morning. "It's a baby girl, Mrs. Murphy," says the woman in blue, apparently to a pair of legs that are stuck up in the air like radar antennae. And then she smacks me on the arse. Stone me, they've got a strange way of welcoming you in this place. Someone get me child line. "A baby girl," coos this soppy voice behind me. I'm thinking, never mind the baby girl, missus, what about me? There is a time and place for putting others first, and that time is when I am the other. Then I'm turned around and there's a contented looking face at the opposite end of the leg smiling at me. Is this the drug lady? Why is she smiling at me? Is she going to eat me? And why is she covered in sweat? All she's been doing is lying there in bed. Then the blue lady starts handing me over to her. What am I, a parcel prize? A late Christmas present? Drug lady looks a bit la-la to me. Perhaps she didn't know I was coming. That would explain why she looks such a mess. Doesn't this old woman own a comb? Oh well, I might as well see what she has to say for herself. "My little baby," coos bed sweat lady. Then she looks at the man on the floor. "My big baby," she says, in what sounds suspiciously like sarcasm to me. Then she smilingly adds, "Pig," for good measure, and turns back to me. Oh, she's all cuddly. "My lovely little baby," she whispers and kisses me. Oh, I think I'm going to cry. I think I am as well, because of course, you know, I wrote this about my daughter, Emily. Okay, video 2 coming up when I've calmed myself down a bit.